What is up, Philadelphia? Coming to you live from the Xfinity Lounge right here on PHLY. Welcome to a very special 4-1 episode and Thursday Night Football episode of the Cheap Seats. Boys and girls, winners. Oh, wait, that was the intro last week. Winners. Oh, no, that was the intro 2 weeks ago. Okay, so now that the winners didn't, in fact, win, can we talk about it? I feel like we should talk about it. We really need to talk about it. Can we talk about it? I feel like we should talk about it, so we're going to talk about it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What the hell are we doing here? Honestly, what are we doing here? You spent the entire 2025 offseason convincing us that this was not the 2024 Eagles. Mission accomplished, we know. We're aware, we see it. Because the 2024 Eagles were tough, detailed, and together. It was a mantra that the coaching staff put on the team and was universally adopted from the top of the roster to the bottom of the roster. Tough, detailed, together. It was so important to y'all that you put it on your Super Bowl ring. It's engraved on your Super Bowl ring that you won. You won a Super Bowl, and that's engraved on your ring. Tough, detailed, together. So let's go down the line and start checking some boxes, shall we? Tough. I am never, ever going to question the toughness of this team, both physically and mentally. Never going to happen. I've seen guys fight on the sidelines over who's more injured and who should go back in the game. I've seen guys with torn triceps finish the game. I've seen guys with torn triceps rehab so they can get back in the game. I've seen guys played injured. I've seen guys banged up. I've seen guys play to the whistle. I've seen guys never say die. And I've seen guys run down the field after throwing a Hail Mary to try to catch said Hail Mary. So I'm never going to question your toughness. Detailed. What are we doing, boys? What are we doing? You can't tell me that you're a detailed team when through the first 5 weeks, all I hear is we're one block away, we're one detail away, we're one play away, we're one this away, we're one that away. And then against the Broncos, I got to watch you guys get penalties to either stall drives or continue drives for the opposing offense. Zack Baun hitting a guy. That doesn't look very detailed, does it? And together, let's not check that box yet, because the cloud looming over the last 2 weeks has been the relationship between A.J. Brown and his quarterback, Jalen Hurts. So we're 1 for 3 here, boys. We're 1 for 3. All right? This doesn't look like the 2024 Eagles. I've read this book before, and I know how it ends. This is the 2023 Eagles. And if you don't right the ship right now, Thursday Night Football against the New York Giants, I want you to take a long, hard look across the street, because that's what it's going to be. You're gonna get your record. You're gonna look. You're going to be streaky. It's going to be tough, ups and downs, right? You're going to get there, but you're going to fool us into thinking that you're winners, and you're going to have a first-round exit. That's what's going to happen. I don't want that to happen. The Phillies don't know how to win yet. The Sixers lost so much on purpose that they can't figure out how to win. And the Philadelphia Flyers haven't won since I was a twinkle in my father's eye, and I'm 43 years old. You got championship DNA. You got a ring on your finger that says tough, detailed, together. Figure it out, boys. Mr. Jason Ashworth and Black Gritty, how are you doing today? Black Gritty, I'll start with you. I apologize for the long soliloquy in the beginning.
You need a hug?
I do. I'm having my crash out like I did last year after we lost to the Bucks.
It's week 5. The Eagles lost 1 game. I mean, I don't want to complain about the refs, but the refs stole the game away from Jalen Hurts throwing the ball all over the yard. I mean, it's 1 game. Are we? See, now I'm not going to do it to you today because I usually love throwing in our pregame talks and stuff and throwing you under the bus in the streets. So I'm not going to do that today. But I'm going to say, I hear what you're saying, and I was annoyed and miffed, but I also think to myself, 6 games were lost by double-digit leads this weekend. 6 teams in the NFL lost double-digit lead wins. 6 teams had the whole league is just flag crazy. I don't know if it's they getting fine money or what's going on, but like, you're Kansas City Chiefs. Flag. The Colts, flag. I'm like, dudes dropping balls over the sideline. Coaches punching guys on the side. I mean, we'd be blessed to have some of the problems that other people have right now. So I'm just saying, I know what you're saying. I know how mad you are. And you're so mad you made me think like, man, it's good to be angry. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, look, see? Like, look, if you look at these two, I'll tell you, like, how worse. Look. Like, you know what I mean? You got a 6'4" average white guy, handsome, walking around like you own the world, you know what I mean? Stuff just be working out for him generally, you know what I mean? You got Captain Smiley over here. He get all his size shirts, kid size, you know what I mean? Everybody wonder how he got all these jerseys and stuff. He got the kid size. He can put on anything. Me, I'm a dinosaur. I get to wear 3 outfits. You know what I mean? Only 2 things come my size, but I'm funny. I'm cute for fat kid. Now, you get what you can work with. But sometimes you forget how good it is to be 6 foot something and white. Sometimes you forget how good it is to be shopping at the kids section and getting all your stuff 50% off what regular people do. Every jersey he got, every hat he got. That's why E-Rock got everything. It's 50% off. He's shopping in the kids section. Sometimes you forget how good life is being a Philadelphia Eagle. And Andrew, shut up before I come over here and get on you too. All right? You 6'9" and white. You ain't no better than him over here. All right? But it's so funny when we're mad, because I'm mad too. I will get angry in a little bit.
I was going to. This is a reversal that I did not see coming.
You were so angry. It's laughable because we're 4-1. 17's 4-1. You play to win the game. Last thing I'll say, and then you go, Ashworth. All the things we say about football is so true until it happens to you. You play to win the game. You play for 60 minutes. All phases matter. Special teams, defense, offense. But when you win by special teams and 2 kicks, the Eagles are lucky. They can't do nothing without special teams. When the defense comes and gets you a pick 6, the defense saved you. When the offense is throwing to A.J. Brown, they should have been running the ball, though. I love sports, man. I just love it because you play to win the game, all the phases of the game. We're 4-1. I'll be angry after, but I just wanted to balance out you a little bit right there.
AWG, how are we feeling today?
He's feeling 6'2" Caucasian.
Average white guy. Look, honestly, I don't have much to add to it. I already caught shrapnel. He didn't even know where I was coming from. Because, I mean, I'm with Gritty on this. I looked at it, and I was frustrated too. We all were. I mean, we're still Birds fans. I got pissed off just as well. But then I sat back, and I felt like, damn, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I felt this. It's been a minute since you've gone off like that. It's been a minute since we've actually been frustrated with this team. So therein lies this reminder that, to Gritty's point, like, we've had it pretty good. We've watched some pretty damn good football for a calendar year that, oh, wait, hold on. This is what it feels like. And you're right, there were a lot of teams that got upset. The Buffalo Bills lost at home to the Patriots of all teams.
That made me feel so much better. Not to cut you off. I went to bed feeling so much better. Like, we're not the only undefeated. They lost to the Patriots.
Right.
Woosah.
And you said it. You said it earlier, where you haven't been this mad since when? After the Bucs game last year.
Bucs game, yeah.
Right. That was early last year, and you were that mad. It was week 4 last year, and you were that mad. And this team turned the corner and went on to win the Super Bowl. I'm not telling you they're going to turn the corner and win the Super Bowl. I am going to tell you it's not the 2024 team. I'm also going to tell you it's not the 2023 team. It's the 2025 team. We talked about this last week, and it's early. They have a chance to get right. They have a chance to correct. I don't want to overreact. I am pissed. Part of me, when you led the show off, I was like, damn, do I have it wrong? Should I be more pissed than I am? I'm not. I'm frustrated. I have questions. There are things that need to be proven out. They've got to get it right. But, I mean, the whole league is on their head right now. There's not one team that I'm looking at in the NFL saying, we got to catch those guys. Mm-hmm. No, everybody's in the same boat.
Mm. This is a show, I think, that's fan-based. I think it's a show that's Philadelphia Eagle. It's also about the growth of the human spirit, okay? And I think what I learned about myself through this process, being here at PHLY, is that I don't handle losses very well. Well, I take that back. I handle losses well if I can look at it, and I am a moral victory guy. Mm-hmm. I do believe there's a moral victory in a loss. A lot of people will tell you that doesn't exist. If you play your ass off, you try, and hey, maybe the ball didn't bounce your way. What I cannot stand and what I will not tolerate is a talented team that we know has championship DNA losing the game in the viewpoint of everything that you're losing by, you are in control of. The penalties, Zack Baun, motion penalties to kill a drive. When I see two receivers going for the same ball on the same route, when I look at attention to detail, I don't want to hear about the refs in the game. If you leave it to the refs will let you down every single time. My son's at the game, and one of the joys of this season is him being genuinely invested in this team, asking questions. And I promise you, in the third quarter, as I'm sitting next to him, and we did our first 3 and out, I turned to him, I said, listen, bud, I hope it doesn't come to this, but I want you to know something. If you let a team hang around long enough, whether they're better than you or they are not, it doesn't matter. If you let a team hang around long enough, it will bite you in the ass. And after that game, my son and I walked out. He goes, wow, Dad, I think this is the first game I left when they're losing. I'm like, this is not good. This is not a good feeling. And they let a team hang around long enough, and it bit them in the ass. And it was all their fault.
But it's good.
All their fault.
It's good because it gives us the opportunity to not, again, like I said, special teams, defense, offense. We won the game. I try not to nitpick too hard when you get to George W. Because at the end of the day, I heard people say, you won the Super Bowl, but it was boring because you blew them out. It would have been so much better if you won by 2. Well, now we're winning by 2, and the game is so boring. You're only winning by 2, and you're not blowing them out. That's why I'm really consistent. All I want is the win. I don't care what happens. My quarterback can throw for a negative 92 yards. If I win by 1.5, that's good for me. So now they lost. I get to say, hey, well, we're going to talk about all the reasons why they lost. Hey, Nick, what are you doing? You're not an offensive guru. You're not a defensive guru. You are a vibes, culture, and structure guy. Why are we having emotion calls? Why are we spitting at guys on the sideline? Why are we fighting and talking trash after plays? Why are we flexing on people? Why haven't we had this conversation where it's like, hey, I might have to bench somebody, the next person that goes and gives me a 50-yard penalty for taunting? Where's that Nick at? Like, that's your only job, bro. That's your job. Your job is to have discipline in this team. That's one thing you could do. It's not being disciplined. That's the one thing that enrages me. The late hit on Baun, the guy was struggling to get off, and you're juiced up, you're trying to, I get that. But like all the other things where I'm like, there's a lot of chippiness going on with these teams. Like, yeah, everybody's coming at you, bro. This is what it is to be the king. Everybody's talking trash to you. You don't need to flex on them. You are the defending champion. I've seen a lot of chippiness, a lot of punk stuff, and it's penalizing us. Guys hitting guys late, guys getting in people's faces. Like, play your game. And Nick, that's on you.
Well, okay, so you just said it, because I was sitting here thinking, like, I don't feel strongly enough one way or another.
Really?
Yeah, like, honestly, like, I got pissed off. I'm not happy with where this team is. We know there's a lot to correct, but you just said something where you said, play your game. Therein lies the problem. What's their game? What's their game? What's their identity? We have no idea. We thought we knew what their identity was. We thought we knew what some wrinkles would be. I can't tell you what their identity is right now. They're not a running football team. We know that, right? They're not they're not a passing football team. And by the way, speaking of, if you want to be a passing football team, just for all the conversation, we'll go on a little tangent. He threw the ball 38 times. 38 times. Saquon ran the ball 6 times. But hey, we got to throw the ball, right? You got to throw the ball. You can't run it. They lost. So congratulations. He threw it 38 times and you caught the L. Run the damn ball if that's who you are, if that's your identity. But to me right now, they just look lost. And I don't know, is that a Patullo problem? I don't know, is that a Sirianni problem, a leadership problem? Step in, help them find their identity. Is it a health problem? Because they are banged up on the offensive line. They are. To me right now, when you say play their game, I can't tell you what the hell their game is because I don't know what it is.
So we'll come around back to it. They're a passing team, and they need to start airing the ball out against everybody. Air the ball out against everybody. That's what they need to do.
Why? I know you're leading somewhere. Why?
Well, they just played the toughest secondary in the league. And again, a couple penalties, a couple of cheating. He was killing them in the air.
Sure. Some
people dropped some balls, some bad calls, holding, but they were dog-walking Patrick Surtain. Like until
the fourth quarter?
No. My point is that if AJ kept running, that's a 70-yard bomb right there. If Dotson gets his foot in, that's 40 yards right there. If Saquon doesn't move, that's another 40 yards. So the same way I say if.
But you're doing if.
No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying if. My point is that they were airing it out and mistakes were made. You got to correct the mistakes.
Yeah.
Hey, but it was right there to be had.
Yeah.
It's not like he was just airing, missing. Everybody's like, oh, he missed it. You were right there. So if that's your strength, if you can do that against the best secondary in the league, because that's their strength. You should have been able to run on them. Everybody else runs on them. You couldn't run on them, but you can air it out against that team. Well, don't air it out against everybody else. Because if you can get balls on Patrick Surtain and that other kid, then that's what your team is. Because that was impressive. You just missed on a couple of spots here and there. Let's pay some bills. Wait for your...
All right, sports fans, listen up. September's here. Football's back. School's in, and it's the perfect time to get your finances back in shape, too. Now, I've been checking in on my credit score lately, and let me tell you, if you're a member of TrueMark Financial Credit Union, you've already got a serious edge. They've got this free tool. It's called Savvy Money. It's right inside their online banking and mobile app. I use it myself. Seriously. It's like having your own financial coach in your pocket. You can check your credit score anytime without taking a hit, get tips on how to improve, and even get alerts if anything changes. And that's what I call playing smart defense with your money. So if you're already on Team TrueMark, fire up that app and check out Savvy Money today. And if you're not a member, what are you waiting for? Step up your financial game. Swing by one of their 24 branches or visit TrueMark.com/PHLY to open an account. TrueMark Financial Credit Union is a federally insured by NCUA.
The Excite Center at Parks Casino is one of the many things I love about my casino of choice. Parks Casino is Pennsylvania's #1 casino and is so close to Philadelphia. Located in Bensalem, just take the Street Road exit off I-95 and the PA Turnpike. The Excite Center is the state-of-the-art entertainment venue located inside Parks Casino. I've been there. I saw Sublime there with my man Maniac Malloy. Shout out to Maniac Malloy, Sam, and the entire social team over there. It is indeed a great venue to go see a concert or any kind of show, comedy, music, or otherwise. Name one of the best places in the country to see the best comedians and music headliners. They literally just said the next line. Visit parkscasino.com to buy tickets for all shows. Pre-game the shows at their amazing beer garden. Play some pop culture slots, roulette, cards, and other table games while you love while you wait. Table games you
Sounds
love
perfect.
while you wait. Parks Casino, this is how you... I was so close. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We're professionals. That's what we do. We're professional readers.
I am stunned because we were out there talking before.
Yeah.
But we also do not like to do the show before the show. So it's always a delicate tap dance in between getting into our conversations about the Eagles and Philadelphia sports in general, and then, kind of blowing it for the show. But I'm a little surprised that I'm over here because I've been looking side-eyed at this team. Listen, I'm going to level with you guys. I've been looking side-eyed at this team the entire time, making excuses for it. Like, okay, training camp. You listen to the beat reporters, not looking all that great, not like it was last year. Okay, all right. I've never seen the amount of players or transactions and people brought in and tried out and signed to the practice squad like a fire drill before the last game of the preseason and the first game of the season. It was like nothing I had ever seen before. I'm looking at you side-eyed. First play of the first game of the first home open, the first banner, whatever. We're spitting on people, which we kind of were more focused on, hey, did Dak spit first? But again, I'm looking at you side-eyed. You go ahead. CD Lamb catches that ball. Maybe we're talking about something else. You go and you beat defending. Like, we're not putting complete games together, and I'm looking at them side-eyed. And honestly, I don't know how you come out of this last game. I understand it's early, and I understand they can correct the course, and I understand all of that. But they've got to do it like starting nowish, because you want to talk about lacking of an identity. Points per game, 12th. Okay, I can live with that. Rather you be in the top 10, but I understand 25 points per game. You got it. Yards per game, 30th in the NFL. Run offense yards per game, 25th in the NFL. Passing offense yards per game, 31st in the NFL. Just to put that into some perspective, yards per game, the Giants, we're 30th. Giants are 19th. Run offense, we're 25th. The Giants are 13th. I'm sorry. Yards per game, we're 30th. The Giants are 19th. Run offense, we're 25th. The Giants are 13th. Pass offense, we're 31st. The Giants are 18th. And we all sit here and say the Giants stink.
What about strength of schedule?
I get it.
That matters.
I get it.
That matters. They have the
get
number
it.
one strength of schedule in the
get it.
NFL.
I get it. But to sit
The Giants
here,
do not.
if I had never gone through the 2023 season, I'd be still here poo-pooing everything that I'm seeing in front of me. And again, I'm not saying the season's over, they can't turn it around, or they're not Super Bowl bound, but boys, you better get it the hell together because on paper, it does. Black Gritty's falling asleep over there.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Get it together. We're all looking at them side-eyed. But you're spoiled. We all are. We're spoiled. The Eagles are not going to go undefeated. They weren't going to. And there are going to be games where they don't look good. And they didn't look good whether it be an entire half, whether it be a quarter, there are instances throughout this entire season where they haven't looked good. But we are a bit spoiled because we've seen last year, I went on a run about 17 games worth correctly picking the Eagles. All right. Why? Because we had a confidence about this team. I used this Broncos game and I said, you know what? After everything I've seen, I'd go in and beat the Broncos the way that I think you can beat the Broncos. And that'll be the first game where I say, okay, yep, they're turning the corner. They're doing what I think a good football team could do. And all right, so we don't have that confidence yet. They haven't checked that box yet. But again, I feel like we're just a little bit spoiled to what really damn good, not good football, really damn good football looks like, and that's just simply not them right now.
Yeah, because it was Shane Steichen year one, and it was Kellen Moore year two.
It's Brian Johnson year two.
Well, I'm sorry, year three.
And then Kellen Moore,
the second Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Black Gritty, are you doing a bit
gotcha,
right now,
gotcha.
or am I literally putting you to sleep?
So, I don't care about the stats you just read off. Because of what I told you before. So you mean to tell me you read all that off, and I played 4 games where I've only played 50% of football, and I'm still better than the top teams in the league? So you're complaining about stats that are bad, and my team has only played one half of football against the Chiefs, one half of football against the Broncos, one half of football against the Bucks, one half of football against the Cowboys, and they're still winning these games.
The Rams too.
And the Rams. One half against the Rams. So every game, literally, they're playing one half of football, and they're still good enough to be 4-1. Before the season started, we thought 3-2. We thought we had 1 or 2 losses racked up for this team before it started. So again, they're winning on all fronts, and those numbers are terrible, and they're still winning games. And we have the worst schedule. The Buffalo Bills are dog walking people. They aren't playing anyone. I guarantee you when he gets to the postseason, and don't let Patrick Mahomes sneak in there and get their balls tight, because he'll walk them in the postseason because they haven't played anybody. The schedule we have is daunting. Everybody's coming to kill us. And not only coming to kill us, we played the most games with guys who were injured and had surgery in the offseason. Lane Johnson, oh God, please. One of the greatest men of all time is getting dinged up every other play, and our backup is the only saving grace. And if we have anybody else injured, what does it look like? A turnstile. You said Saquon Barkley 2,000 yards. I told you nobody does that. Saquon Barkley did 30 yards. I want Saquon Barkley not to play the rest of this month. I want Dickerson not to play the rest of this month. And I want to go out here and just air it out against the Giants and against Minnesota and get healthy. Because I need to see Shipley running the ball. I need to see Dillon, who's averaging 7 yards a carry, who looks fresh when he's running the ball, and he's got him coming off a busted neck. Saquon Barkley, I appreciate you, but dude, you're missing blocks. You're not getting your feet set. You want to schedule lunches and meetings? How about you schedule the playbook learning? Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball. He looks like he can throw the ball if we had some kind of consistency. If we had a little bit more urgency with our coordinator. The coordinator sits up there, and the worst thing he could do is sound like Nick Sirianni, not talk about his family. This man's smiling and giggling let me not cuss. You're sitting there talking all this yakety yak. Well, we don't have his Well, it looks like you don't have a plan. It looks like you don't make adjustments. You're sitting up here saying nothing, and you're smiling at me. For what reason? You've only put up a half of football 5 weeks in a row. So we got a lot of stuff to fix. We got a lot of stuff to work on. But you being mad about the what stuff you're being mad about is like.
It's the amnesia. I swear to God, you all have the amnesia.
No.
Everything you just said about coming off of a Super Bowl, playing the most games, and having people banged up. We said the same shit in 20. All right.
You're right.
No, wait. Let me finish my last thing. Nobody wins a Super Bowl every year in a row. The Chiefs were lucky to do it back to back. The Patriots, like I know it's Super Bowl or bust for us, but it's honestly not a reality. And I'm trying to get through.
It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not about that.
You keep bringing up Super Bowl. I'm in week 5. I'm trying to get to week 6 and 7. The team says you go day by day, get better one day at a time. You keep saying Super Bowl over and over and over again. It's week 5. I got stuff to fix right now. I got to make it to get down there. I'm not even looking down there. So I'm not worried about that. You're talking about 2023? That's 2 years ago. I'm worried about today, Dickerson today, Barkley today. That's what I'm worried about. You're talking about forward and past today.
Can I jump? I feel like I understand what you're saying. And I think more than not, I tend to lean on your side, but I feel like I understand emotionally where you're coming from. Look, we all know there's a stench to this team right now, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent, whether it's week 5 or week 17, there's a stench. Something ain't right. And I think for me anyway, I know they're a good football team. And you went off and you read off those 3 traits at the top of the show. Mm-hmm. We know we're going to get everybody's best punch. We know that. Right? And we know we're not going to win every game. We know that. In a loss, I just want to see it. If you're going to lose, I want you to lose a certain way. I don't want you losing a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter at home when you had the Broncos by the balls. That's not indicative of a good football team. I don't want you to lose football games because you look unprepared or because your offense has no rhythm or because your offense is ill-timed or operationally challenged. I don't want you to lose football games because you're undisciplined and you're picking up penalties in the wrong spots. I don't want you to leave it up to the refs. So I don't want to have this cloud above me that says I can only play a half of football, right? I'm not disagreeing with anything that you're saying. Technically, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying either because I get it too. When I watch it, I say, that doesn't remind me of a good football team. That's not a team that I'm looking at, albeit you have the entire season to get this right. But there's a stench to the team right now that we got to clear up. We got to figure out. And the fact that there's an offensive coordinator that we have questions about, it's not Kellen Moore back there where we're saying, hey, now I know, look, we'll figure this out. It's the same group. It's the same coordinators. We've got legitimate question marks about your offensive coordinator because we lived this life before. I'm not saying it's the same thing. We have no idea. And it's unfair to Kevin Patullo to compare him to a Brian Johnson or whatever other offensive coordinator is fancy to name. Is it unfair? It is, because he's a different guy, but it's an in-house hire. Okay. So we've seen it before.
So let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
What do you think about Patullo?
Not
near him. No.
He said something this week that I was like, you got to give the guy a chance, and you can't compare one to the other because they're two different individuals. However, there is a lot of common threads in this. And he said something in his last press conference. I was like, what are we talking about here? It was, well, there's a lot of things that go into it. There's a run, there's a pass, there's a Jalen can run the ball on every single play. There's a lot of factors that go into it, blah, 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 blah. And we have heard through all the experts and all the analysts, which I will readily admit, I do not break down film. All right. Yep. If you want that stuff, go see Fran. He's with us. If you want film breakdowns, because I trust his advice on everything. And he's justifying some of these things about what defenses are doing. Right. And now I almost wonder if the simplicity of the offense, yet the complexity of the offense is being counterintuitive. It's so simple that it's easy to diagnose, but there's too many moving parts where it's self-destructive. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
Yes, that's the operational side of it.
So then all of a sudden, this man-to-man with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Saquon will eat up for breakfast, Dallas Goedert included, Smitty included. I'm naming all the stars on this team. They will eat man-to-man for lunch. But then all of a sudden in the second half, your guy switches the zone, is rushing 3 and dropping 8, and all of a sudden, the real simple, predictable formations and the real predictable and simple routes that have the complexity of a quarterback that's trying to find the soft spot in the zone and shit's moving around, he's holding on to the ball too long, people aren't getting open, Are we basically like being counterproductive to our own offense? Kevin, what are you even talking about at this point?
So I asked that to say, again, the reason I'm talking to you this is because I'm looking at the rest of the league. I watched 6 other professional quality teams that are contenders blow 14-point leads in the second half and late in games. It's not just us. Yes, it looks bad, and we're here because of us. I'm saying that to say two of those 2 other teams also have 2 first-time coordinators. And I'm like, man, they're not struggling. When I look at Tampa Bay, Baker's out here slinging it, and he's got a rookie. He doesn't have Evans. They're cooking. The offense is working. The Lions, yeah, they came out in game 1, and they got dog walked and embarrassed. Game 2, flea flickers, pulling their junk out on everybody, scoring 50 points a game. Patullo, he's had 5 weeks. Can only put up a half of football. The adjustments are either not made or can be made. So which one is it? You can't do anything in the whole first half, and then you make all the right adjustments against the Rams in the second half? But then it's the exact opposite. I don't know what's going on with this guy, and I'm trying so hard not to be the 2003. This is Johnson, because shoot, Johnson had to score points at least. Mm-hmm. The defense couldn't hold up to help him out. He got scapegoated. You know what I mean? Because everything went wrong.
Nah, he didn't get scapegoated. He was a bad coordinator, but I think he was a bad coordinator in his own right.
The defense highlighted his deficiencies.
But the defense highlighted it, but not for nothing. And it didn't dawn on me until I was watching the Bills game. And why is Jalen holding on to the ball too long? Remember when we beat the Bills? Yeah. It was the Kelly Green game. Yeah. We beat them at the last minute. Which, by the way, hey, a win's a win. We're beating all these good teams, and everything's hunky dory. But it's not. Remember that? But it's not.
Hey, we're scoring 34, beating somebody 31.
But I'm watching Jalen Hurts. I'm in the corner of the end zone, and he's holding on. Why is Jalen Hurts holding on to the ball? So I'm watching him getting sacked over and over. Why is he holding? And then all of a sudden, I looked up at the receivers. Jalen Hurts is running for his life. The receivers weren't even done running their route.
Yep.
It was all long developing plays. And maybe that's the problem that's translating into this offense, where it's the same problem with the Philadelphia Phillies. Not every game has to be won on one swing of the bat. Not everybody has to be the hero.
Pew, pew, pew.
Explosive. Pew, pew, pew. Explosives, Jonathan Gannon. And yes, I know. I get it. Explosives. But if we're taking a look at the Phillies, use the entire field. Get guys on base. A little bit of small ball might go a long way for you. And that's something that we're going to talk about getting into the Giants, but that's something like, listen, we got to start scheming some guys open. Our offensive line is banged up. Why are we on these long developing routes waiting to go downfield to hit these explosive plays? There's nothing wrong with getting the ball out of your hands quickly. They do it to us all the time. Get the ball out of your hands quickly because that pass rush is coming.
So 2 things. One, Ashworth is going to go home driving home tonight with his big smile on his face. He's going to be so happy.
Why?
AWG.
Because I'm ripping on you today, and we're fighting.
It's
we're
great.
Arguing. He's like, this is amazing. It's not even me.
It's a breath of fresh air.
BG and E-Rock out here. I know he's gonna be driving.
Back.
He's gonna be driving home like, man, that was great. The second thing that I like to
used
do
to this.
is pay bills. So let's do that. You can go first.
You know that moment when you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach, or on the roof of your car, or at a gas station 3 states away? We've all been there, right? But then, lucky me, I found these. Bit like a charm. Shady Rays changed the game. These sunglasses are made for real life. Seriously. They're good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose them, if you break them, even on day 1, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now I actually wear my sunglasses without fear. I'm at the ballpark, on hikes, concerts, on the golf course, wherever. Shady Rays is eyewear that has your back. And we've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com, use code PHLY for 35% off any polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself the shades that are rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
So, Ace Hardware. You got an outlet you need fixed up this fall? Ace is the place that can come out and help you do service. Not only do they have the folks that come out and help you handily, but they also bring the equipment that they need. Now, last week I told you that I had issues at my house. and I told you I was going to call Ace Hardware, and I'm going to embarrass myself to tell you how great the service was. My water heater was out. I was shaking cold showers. It was icy. My
Cold showers.
My stove was out. I gained 7 pounds because I was eating Burger King all week. And I scheduled somebody to come out to that. Andrew, I'm trying to pay bills. You laughing too hard out here, boy. I tell you what. So I had to call and schedule to come out because I didn't know if I needed to buy a new stove. I didn't need a new water heater. And I am embarrassed to say that the circuit breaker was tripped.
Oh, I thought you did it, though.
I did do it. Now, to be fair, this
Level
guy,
1 troubleshooting.
I turned it off and turned it back on. To my own credit, the circuit fuser went bad.
Okay.
And so he did replace that. And I couldn't have done that myself.
Okay.
I probably would have died doing it. But it was a $20 part, and the service was not expensive. So John came out and hooked me up. I did have great service, so thank you, Ace Hardware. But it was something so simple that if I was more manly, I could have figured that out. But if you have something that needs to get fixed in your home, visit Ace Hardware Services online at acehardwarestore.com and get started on your next project. And don't tell them I sent you because they'll laugh about.
You know, the guy that had a fuse blown. Yeah, he recommended you.
Well, switching topics real quick, because here's another one that I know we're going to disagree on, because we already disagreed with it before the show even started.
Uh-oh.
So this week, I thought it was good. I thought it was real good. That Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Saquon Barkley had a couple-hour meeting together, maybe clear the air, because that's what leaders do, right? Men sometimes, listen, when you're friends but you have to work together, sometimes that works out. Sometimes you're work besties. Sometimes you trauma bond over work. Sometimes it doesn't work out. It's like working with family, right? They say never go into business with your family. And those two are like family, right? Godparents and stuff like that. Saquon Barkley, I applaud him for getting the two together. And I thought, hey, despite my clear disappointment and despite my clear anger over the loss, because we learned anything today, he doesn't take losses very well. I thought that was a positive step in the right direction. You two disagreed with me.
It's not that you could take a nap if you want to, because I know how you feel. It's not that I disagree with you. Is it a positive step in the right direction? Sure. Okay. Oh, wow. You guys are communicating. To me, it's let's make a mountain out of a molehill. Let's make something out of nothing here. Wow. You're telling me that guys, adults on a football team that are not only two of them anyway, we know are close off the football field, and AJ and Jalen, you're telling me they actually talk to each other? They actually communicate? I damn well hope so. I'm not going to sit here and act like all the problems are fixed or that it's even anything at all just because the guys are communicating about the problem. Is it a step in the right direction? Communication? Yeah, sure. Okay. But it's not anything for me to rest my hat on and act like it's actually something significant. To me, it's a giant bag of who the hell cares? They talked. Okay. What did they fix? I don't know. 3 guys talked. So what? What are we getting excited about?
The fact that they're at least communicating and they're at least getting...
Is that how low the bar is? They're communicating. Good Lord. You know what I mean, though? You see what I'm saying? I get it. You're not wrong. They're communicating. But if I'm supposed to take something from that, my star wide receiver is talking to my star quarterback, is talking to my star running back. Whoa, sign me up. I don't get it. Just me.
And what's Saquon going to say? I'm averaging 3.2 yards a carry. I'm not upset. You know what really bothers me the most about it? The whole internet got mad at AJ Brown for subtweeting. We'll talk about. I'm going to bring up Cassidy saying what he said and being honest versus subtweeting. And the gossip of it all. He should keep that in house. He should just go talk to Jalen. And then somebody has to come and tell the internet. Do you know that they went and talked to each other and they hung out? How soft is that?
Right. That's what I mean.
How soft is that? If you went and talked to them, had a man-to-man conversation, and sat down and had a group conversation, go sit like men in your friggin' den, in your $1 million mansion, sip some cognac, and hack it out. Don't go and then text Josina and say, we had a conversation. It lasted hours. I bet it lasted 22 minutes.
And who did it? Like, how did somebody, if it really is just three guys talking, how the hell did somebody find out about it?
And why
Who
does it
leaked
need to be? Why does it need to be on Twitter? My first thing I tweeted out was like, "And who said Saquon did this?" Everybody's like, "Well, Saquon is the one who wants to bring people together," and he was okay.
I think it's pretty clear.
Okay.
I think it's pretty clear who would have brought those two together, given this circumstance. Because if it was an A-B conversation, why is C involved? No, C brought A and B together.
Okay, but let's say, hey guys, we're gonna get together because obviously there's some friction here, or there's some feelings and emotions that we got to kind of work out. And let's just say they did have a kumbaya over some cognac, right? Let's just say that actually happened. I'm sure those three, or at least two of the three, left that room thinking, okay, there were three adults in the room. What was said here stays here. We're gonna now all of a sudden I got to go watch ESPN on Get Up, and they're talking about it. The fact that the three of us got together. Hey, buddy. I thought we were just talking to each other. Did you go ahead and text Josina? Hey, buddy, are you talking to Diana Rossini? Who said something? Because now that's another problem. Now I got three teammates who are supposed to be able to bond and communicate, and I can't trust what was said in that meeting.
Look, see your face right there? That cracks me up because you know why? Because again, subtweeting, well, Jalen's got to answer the questions about it. Coach has got to answer questions about it. We talked. What was the first question asked to Jalen Hurts today? Not about the Giants. So how was your conversation last night with the guys? Want to tell us what happened? And he's got we're going to keep it. And then a third backup question. Well, did you talk about snacks? So I'm just saying, if you want to be mad about the A.J. Brown situation and making your teammates answer questions, then why would you leak a conversation between three grown men? And you over here happy about it. You know what I would have been happy about? That they showed up on Thursday, kicked ass, doing the kid and play dances, and everybody's like, oh, snap, they're back on the same page. But now it's like, well, I guess the conversation went well, and somebody rubbed somebody's back. Now they're happy. Until he's not. Because he's A.J. Brown, he's a diva receiver.
But we're all okay, right? We're all okay. There's nothing to see here. We're all winning. Look over here. Look over here. It's only week 5. We're fine.
Well, we lost.
You're just countering. You're countering your exact argument. You're saying I'm over here finally saying, hey, something's a step in the positive direction, and there you're saying it's
because it's the same thing that's negative. I've got to answer questions about stuff that's not football. I just lost. All I want to talk about is how we lost and what I'm going to do to win.
Well, exactly. It's why I'm saying it's a problem. Tough detail together. The teams, at least they're trying to get together.
I'm saying that you thought it was a good thing that they talked, and I was like, well, I didn't need to know it.
Well, that's the thing. I
didn't need to know it.
It's good that they talked, right? I agree from the together standpoint. You got to communicate. Guys, let's figure it out, getting some closed doors. We have no business knowing that. It's not for any one of those three to go out and tell people, hey, we talked. It's none of our business. Close the door, have your conversation. I don't need to know about it. What I need to know about is, can you win a football game?
You don't think there's a play here that it was like, hey, listen, these guys talked it out, so can we like, I think there was a play.
Talked it out? No, because to his point, the first thing these hens are doing at the press conference is,
right. We talked about it. We're good. That's it.
But that's not. But you know how Philly media works.
Because otherwise they're going to keep.
Well, what'd you talk about? Well, who put it together? Was it Saquon?
That's okay.
Oh, did this guy have some feel?
One press conference. It's going to last one press conference. If I'm the Eagles PR and I understand that happened, I might give Jimmy Kempski a bone.
Okay. So hold on.
That way, hey, listen. Here's the Met. They talked it out. They talked it out.
Okay, sure. But let's just say that the two of us, let's say we're beefing, right? And you're Saquon. And you want to bring us together to talk, right? And I'm thinking, all right, we're going to be vulnerable here, boys. We're going to communicate what's bothering us. You got a problem with me. I got a problem with you. We're going to figure this out, right? And you're the host, right? I think we have a good talk. We dap it up. We leave. We're a little tipsy. We had a good time, shared some laughs, got on the right page. I head to the NovaCare complex tomorrow. And the first question I got asked was, oh, you guys talked last night?
It was going to be the first question.
Not if you shut your mouth. Don't go telling people.
Is AJ and Jalen on this? I think this was in an effort to
that was a point to be like,
not only to show to people like, hey, listen, they're talking. You can stop asking if they're talking.
So hold on a second.
None of the details of the conversation were shared.
True. Well, not that we know of, but yeah.
So we got to do the Woo player, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to lose to the Giants tomorrow.
What?
Let's roll that up.
No, you got to save that for the end of the show, right?
I gotta make a new edit for that because I don't know how that got snuck in there. But like the mayor, I watched some.
We have an order.
Shows. Yeah, we're gonna go back in the line again. Actually, Andrew Erock, Ashworth, me.
Okay.
Because Andrew, you laughed too hard about.
Don't sigh. This is the easiest job. When you go first, that's the easiest one.
And he laughed too hard at my Big Mac thing. You know
I did, yeah. I thought it was funny. I'm
sniggering.
sorry. Thought it was funny. My woo player is first half Jalen
Bar is
Hurts.
so low. First half who?
Jalen Hurts.
First half Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I thought he was great. I love the passing. This is
like
a hard
that.
week to really give a woo player.
That's what I'm gonna start calling the team play. I mean, first half Eagles, second half Eagles, like every week.
First half woo. He just get a woo. They just get a woo.
Yeah.
Not the full woo.
So Jalen Hurts is your
Woo
Player of
player.
the week. That was very
You
spirited.
rocking so
That was
happy.
very spirited, boys.
Look, why are you so mad? Stop being mad. Stop being angry. See, that's what you look at you smiling. Smile. All your shirts is 50%
This is you.
off.
This is you. This is what I got to look at.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yep.
Angry. Just angry.
He ain't smiley today, is
Nope. Nope.
My woo player of the week. Screw you guys. I'm saying it's the guy who brought two other guys who will remain nameless because I don't want to break any rules doing this and get yelled at some more. Brought the guys together. He's the guy that is going back to his former team. He's the guy that's going to hopefully light up his former team. And my woo player of the Saquon Barkley is my
Woo! Player of the week.
That sucked. No energy. No energy. I want him off MetLife turf, by the way. I don't want him playing tomorrow.
I don't want him playing.
I don't want anyone playing tomorrow night.
I don't want him playing.
All right, so
That's a fair point.
when we talk about woo player of the week, usually to some degree it's a winner, right? Somebody that's won or is doing winning things. I think you'll like where I'm going with this, Gritty. I struggled with that, right? I thought maybe I can pull somebody from my alma mater who went out West Coast. I'm not saying names. I'm just saying my alma mater went out West Coast, but they got slapped around. So, no, I can't talk college football. Well, hey, the birds are playing an AFC team. Like, maybe I can find somebody. Maybe it's Jalen Hurts first half, right? No. All right, because they caught the L, and I'm not going to do the first half stuff. And obviously, we know what the dudes in pinstripes are doing as they take on the Dodgers here tonight. But then I thought about it, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Maybe my winner is a loser. Maybe my winner is part of a collective group of losers. And as I thought about it, I said, yeah, hold on, I know my winner. I do. Because it's a guy who's not afraid to speak his piece. It's a guy that's not afraid to speak his mind. We talked about it last week about a wide receiver diva on the Eagles that opened up his chest and he took all the attention off of what the real problems were and he owned it for the entire team, right? Mm-hmm. Is he the best baseball player on the team? No, he's not. Does he have flaws? Yes, he does. Is Nick Castellanos, does he wear his emotions on his sleeve? Is he honest? Yes, he is. And what do we always ask for in Philadelphia? Oh boy, oh geez, if I could just get my athletes to be honest with us, if I could just get them to be real with us. But the minute they're real, you run and cower. You throw daggers. Because the truth is, as Jack Nicholson would say, you can't handle the truth, right? So here's Nick Castellanos opening up his chest and saying, when we're great, we're great. Because damn it, Philadelphia, when we are great, we are great. But when times are tough and things ain't going the way we want them to, we get a little heated, don't we? We say some things we probably shouldn't say, don't we? And if we think that those athletes on the field don't hear that and it doesn't affect them and they don't start pressing and it doesn't get between their ears, then we're lying to ourselves. I'm not saying he said it the right way. What I'm saying is he spoke the truth. You don't have to like it. But for that reason, we're opening up his chest and saying, I'll take all the focus. Don't worry about the NL batting champ who can't hit a lick. Don't worry about the guy who hit 56 home runs that can't hit the broadside of a barn. Don't worry about your $300 million guy who wears Fanatic elbow pads and a nice shin pad and panders to the fan base. No, we won't blame those guys. We're going to blame the guy who opens up his chest and's honest. And for that reason, Nick Castellanos, my man, you are my woo
Player of the
week.
Nothing brings.
Yeah.
I have never wanted to participate less in a woo.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This town needs an animal.
I couldn't woo with less enthusiasm. I couldn't even give it a.
It's the truth,
couldn't even give it a-
We hate the truth in the city.
Nothing makes me more happy than making happy people upset.
Oh my god!
Like when I could take joy out of somebody's heart. Like when you started, and you were so angry. There was no doubt in my mind that I was going to counteract your anger with joy because it would frustrate you. So back to the point. My woo player of the week is a winner because I don't do losers. My winner is someone who used to work in Philadelphia. Someone who's had a lot of good days in their life, a lot of bad days, Bountygate scandals, little money laundering, apparently I heard in the streets. And he's out there in the Broncos, the coach, Sean Payton, playing Meek Mill in the locker room, telling his boys how great it is to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. He wanted to get on the bus and ride down Broad Street where we actually had a championship. He hasn't had a championship in a long time. I think his championship route might have been flooded out, by the way. No, I'm sorry, New Orleans. That was ignorant. I shouldn't say that was wrong. I love New Orleans. That's a problem. But I'm just saying, Sean Payton living the high life of beating the Philadelphia Eagles in week 5, went into that locker room with his punk young quarterback, knowing right well that they lucked out in a game that they didn't deserve to win. But apparently, you went and told the national media that it was the greatest win of your career. How embarrassing is it for you that a 5-week loss for me is the greatest win of your career? So, since you're such a winner and your career means so much by beating the Philadelphia Eagles, Sean Payton, congratulations on your week 5 victory against a team that shot themselves in the foot in the second half. You are my player of the week. I hope you enjoy that.
He is such
Sean
a
Payton.
punk.
I
hate him.
I didn't like
I hate
him.
him today.
I did not like him.
I've never liked him.
I never liked him.
Yeah.
When he was like doing his whole I'm an analyst thing.
Yeah.
He was just talking trash on coaches and players. Like he was so disrespectful to people.
Correct.
So arrogant about how I'm so much of a better coach. I have a better mind. You only won 1 Super Bowl, bro. Right. Never got back to another one. And Drew Brees is one of the icon, legendary franchise quarterbacks you could have. So congratulations. You want to bump Meek Mill and ride down Broad Street? Like
how
what
unserious?
is that?
How unserious can you be if you're in that locker room, right? And you're right. Hey, you came in on the road and you beat the defending Super Bowl champions. Like legitimately, from a football perspective, congratulations, right? Because this is every team's Super Bowl. They were the first to knock them off. Cool, got it. Thumbs up. You're blaring Meek Mill as if like, all right, end. You want to ride a bus down Broad Street as if somehow that's a parade for you? Are you off your ass? How unserious are you? And I know the team loves you, and I know they're buying in. If they're celebrating week 5 victories versus, hey, that's just another one on the calendar. Now we move. Bro, you just celebrated your Super Bowl. I want to know who the Broncos play next. Do we know this? Look this up. I want to know who the Broncos play next, because I might lay some money on the fact that the Broncos are going to lose that game. I'm not even kidding. I am so serious about this. Hold on. Jets, never mind. I'm going Broncos. Totally going Broncos.
I was waiting for you to find out.
Totally going Broncos.
So, I already knew, but I was like, oh, that goes. So let's talk about how we lose to the Giants tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Tell me what happens tomorrow. Tell me what happens tomorrow if they lose to the Giants. Because you are so angry right now. It's a short week. My line's dinged up. Saquon's injured, by the way. I don't want Saquon playing tomorrow.
I don't want him playing tomorrow.
I want Shipley out there. I want to see the young guy out there. I don't want Saquon to play tomorrow. Well, he's going to play because it's his old team, and he's going home, and he's got his Amazon Prime video, and they had a dinner, and they had a talk. So tell me how the game's going to go tomorrow. E-Rock, tell me what's going down.
Well, first of all, I don't appreciate the fact that you're rage baiting me.
Ooh, who's raging?
Oh, all show
I'm
rage
asking
bait.
questions.
You start with your show. Sean Payton soliloquy. I have to get up and take a walk and tune you out because I am about to flip a table. This coffee table is about to go into that camera right there.
I'm asking questions.
And then I hear the last tail end of it. I'm like, oh, this was a setup the entire time. And I just got rage baited. And you're telling me they're going to lose because you're rage baiting me again.
What happens if they lose tomorrow?
Is it effective? Is it working?
Oh,
okay, good.
You can
And
tell.
action.
I think you can tell. I think you can tell. It's getting to me. They're not going to lose.
Okay.
They're not going to lose. However, I will say this. Style points matter in this one.
Okay.
Style points matter. I am a big believer in moral victories. I'm alone on that island. I'm a big believer in style points. I'm alone on that island. Style points matter because there is a stark difference from taking this absolute dumpster fire of the team and laying down 30 on them while they're scoring, 10 or under and walking away feeling pretty good about yourself. Just like the get-right game last year was against the get-right game in 2023, even though we don't like referencing it, was against the New York Giants after barely beating the Browns and after barely beating the Jags or whatever and all that nonsense. This is a get-right game coming off of a good, nice little kumbaya discussion, I guess. They're not losing this game.
They got a young, healthy front. Our offensive line's injured.
That's why you got to. This is why this is a Kevin Patullo prove it game.
Okay.
Kevin Patullo, prove it. Prove to me that you can overcome, at the bare minimum, this defensive line, because it is nasty. They do get after the quarterback. Sexy Dexy is one of the best interior defensive linemen in the league. Abdul Carter, while he's not getting the sack numbers, he's getting the pressure numbers. He's as advertised. They've got NASCAR package coming right at you against a banged-up offensive line. I'm not an X's and O's guy, but I can tell you how to beat that. The ball's got to go out of Jalen Hurts' hand quickly, and it's got to be the designed guys who are schemed to get open. All of this, 3 different things happening at once.
He said
with
they're
his
not
zone.
going to lose, right? He said they're not going to lose. If that's what they need to do to not lose, you're telling me Kevin Patullo's A, going to scheme people open, and B, they're not going to be long routes, long drawn-out routes?
Timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with him?
No. I'm not saying they're going to win or lose. I'm just saying if that's the recipe,
Yeah.
I don't think that, no, that's not the.
But everything's fine, right?
I don't think you're going to get the style points that you want. It's a short week.
Better.
I know.
You think the short week's not working for you? I think it's working for us, which is KISS.
No.
Keep it simple, stupid. Go with what you're good at. Go with what you're good at against a bad team on a short week.
What are they good at?
Did you hear the podcast?
What?
Don't you want some white running backs? Scatter-boo, scatter-boo.
Scatter-boo, scatter-doin, skibbity toilet. Listen, you take scatter whatever and Jackson Dart, and I got my own 2 guys in Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean, and my white guys are going to beat up your white guys.
Yeah, they better.
You're not going to get the style points.
Because they're not average white guys.
They're not, and neither am I. And that's why I'm AGW.
AG.
Or AWG?
AWG. Sounds like a law.
Yeah, right.
Choose
I just don't
AWG.
think on a short week I do think New York can run the ball.
You don't get cute on
We'll
a short
find out.
week.
But that's what
You
you're.
go to you play
but
to
that's
your
what you're
strengths.
asking him to do.
They were saying that in the press conference.
Yeah, but
they're like,
what's Kevin Patullo's strength? Have we identified it yet? You were talking earlier, right?
I didn't say he had a strength. I just said figure it the F out.
Okay, on a short week, it's tough to do that, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, fair. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're going to find out. I don't think you're going to get style points. Earlier, you were talking about, hey, why is Jalen? It's a 3-man rush. Why is Jalen Hurts back there? He can't find anybody. He's just sitting there, only rushing 3. So if Kevin Patullo had it in the bag to where we said, hey, we're going to get the ball out real quick. We're going to get it to our wide receivers in space. We're going to scheme AJ open. We're going to find a way to get Devontae open. He hasn't shown that he can do. That's what we're arguing and bitching and moaning about.
Is not the Death Star Lego set.
I'm not saying it is.
The New York Giants are Duplo boxes.
Okay.
Look, a cat.
Uh-huh.
I made a house.
You're going to be real pissed off.
Oh,
You're going to be real pissed
I'm going to be
off.
livid next
Thursday
week.
night game.
It's going to be a closer game. I'm not.
of winners are home field.
Yeah,
Thursday nights.
It's not. I think the Eagles can
You
win.
two are in cahoots.
No, it's just, I think
You 2 are in cahoots.
The Eagles can
could
win.
I don't know if they could see it. Or, the steam is coming out of my ears.
the Eagles are going to win. I'm just cautioning everybody.
What's style points for you? How many points?
30, minimum of 30.
I don't see.
No.
it.
I don't want the score. I want how many points they have to win by for you to feel like it was style
20
point win?
points.
No, it's not happening.
20
dude.
points?
20 points.
Okay.
30. All right, that's a lot of exaggerate. It shouldn't be
Is
the
it 2 touchdowns?
No, it shouldn't be the gap in the points. Because if they rattle off 30 plus points to like 3 or 10, and then they get a couple garbage time touchdowns when we've got Tanner McKee in the damn game, I'm not going to be angry. Style. It's not a numeric thing. It's style.
Let me tell you this: the Philadelphia Eagles cannot afford to put Tanner McKee in any freaking game. I don't care if they're by 40 because you've given away leads. You've only played halves. So in this game,
we got nothing to worry about.
That's what I'm asking you what the number is. Don't tell me I'm getting late touchdowns because you can't give up late touchdowns against a trash team because you want style points. You got to go out there, put your foot in their throat, and show me.
2 touchdowns and a field goal.
20
17.
points.
Okay.
17 points.
And it may not be even a points thing for me. You want to make sure Jalen throws for 250. You want to make sure that one of the wide receivers
It's the
pulls
manner
a buck.
in which you win.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's the like I don't need to numerically quantify it.
I get
Watch the game. If it's belt to ass, it's belt to ass. I don't care what the score is.
Agreed. I don't, and I tend to agree with you. I don't care what the final score is. If I watch that game and I said, nah, dude, they beat their ass, right? That score is not indicative. Then no, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be that game. I don't think it's going to be that type of game. I really don't.
Then when are we ever going to get? If you're not going,
That's
if not
kind of the
against the
concern.
Giants, then win. Then
That's
win.
kind of the concern. But I will say,
we're
if
okay.
they do that, right? If they do get some style points,
Chat, am
on a
I
short
taking
week,
crazy pills this
no,
week?
No. We're talking this through, right? There's that kumbaya, woosah, right? Earlier you said, "Oh, because the three of them talked. It's a step in the right direction." I don't give a damn about that. You go style points on a short week. Okay, now that's a step in the right direction.
Because you're working on
that's
talent.
what I want to see.
Because you're working on talent and basics and fundamentals. You should be able to go into a short week against a garbage, picking in the top 3 next year draft. You should be able to go in there and just without blinking, work the stuff that you normally work and be able to whip their ass.
You should be.
Yeah.
And they've only put a half together.
But if they don't, again, am I still to believe that as long as they got the George Dub, everything's fine?
You know what? I'm just big. Maybe I'm being glass half empty guy, right? Fair. Maybe I'm being Negadelphia. I just live on the prove it. I've always lived on prove it. And through.
But I don't understand how we can talk about prove it.
Show me.
Yeah,
Go
show
belt to ass
me. And then
for
in the
4
same
quarters.
breath, go, we got nothing to worry about. It's week 5.
Who said no? Well, I'm saying because they have time to get it right. And it
Now's
is
the
still,
time, boys.
I agree. I don't like the way they ended that game. And I don't like that it's a short week on the road, division opponent. I just don't think that this is the style point game that we should hang our hats on and say, this is going to be a season definer. Now, if it is...
get right.
Well, okay. Well, season definer...
Get right isn't barely winning. Get right is get right.
Okay, fair. So that's kind of a season definer, though. It's like this is the game where we can earmark and say, that game. That's the game where we turned it around, right? I don't think it's going to be that game. If we see some of that, that would be that first step for me of that confidence. That would be that first step for me to say, all right, it's there. It's there. Maybe they don't have it all figured out yet, Gritty, right? There's still ways to go, but it's there. They need to show up for 4 quarters. Prove it.
Don't let them lose.
Oh, boy.
No.
Oh, boy.
Don't let them lose.
He's trying to get you.
I'm just saying. Everybody's 4-1. 6 teams lost double-digit leads last week. We're okay. It's going to be okay.
Andrew, am I taking crazy pills? Like you gotta weigh in here because this episode is weird, right? It's a complete role reversal.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Because I am the king of the green colored goggles. I live life by that, right?
Yes.
I'm usually Mr. Positive, and I'm looking at it and be like, boy, Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
We got to fix it like nowish. And the guys are like, well, you're not going to see them win by style points, but everything's okay. Am I hearing mixed messages, or what's happening here?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you're gonna like my answer.
Oh my God! Go ahead, Andrew.
I do believe they win. I just don't think they're gonna have a big style point game.
And that's all I'm saying.
All right.
Look at that chat.
But I think there's gonna be enough to say, hey, they're in the right direction, just like you said.
That's what I'm saying. He's right too. I'm in a very uncomfortable position here because you're going after him and you're going after him, and I'm kind of just
usually me
like a tennis
separating
match.
you two.
Yeah, it's a tennis match.
Like
for
I said,
me.
he's gonna be crying in his car on the way home. He's like, "Look,
Tears of joy.
like this, right? That's what
This
I'm
is gonna
saying.
be nice.
He's gonna be crying."
Listen to some Celine Dion.
So go ahead and wrap it up so we can wrap it up and get out of here.
Sure. Well, we got bets because not for nothing, but if you've been betting with E-Rock,
Well, this is actually the first week I'm going to bet. I'm actually going to start putting money down this week. I wait till week 5.
If you've been betting money
I
with
think we
E-Rock,
won last
you bet, huh?
I think we won last week collectively. Collectively, yeah.
Okay.
I had the Saints getting their first dub of the year.
Yeah.
You had the Cowboys. They
Cowboys,
got
it
the
was
dub.
disgusting, but
you
they
know
belt
what you
ass.
had?
I don't.
You don't? Well, I know 2 of the 3 got it right for sure.
Yeah.
You want to start it off?
I am going to go ahead. I had 2 in mind, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Colts 6.5 over the Cardinals at home. I think the Cardinals right now are a dumpster fire. Gannon's getting fired after the season. And the Colts, we have to start having a real conversation about the Colts, about being Super Bowl contenders. I really do. Out of that AFC South, they're clearly the favorite. They're going to be hosting a playoff game. Danny Dimes.
Say it. Say it.
Looking
Say
good.
it.
Looking good.
No, say it.
Say what?
If the season ended right now,
Yeah.
you're hard pressed not to call that boy your MVP. I know everybody wants to drool over Baker.
No,
Danny Dimes right
Josh
now.
If the season ended right now, Dak Prescott's the MVP.
That's probably fine too. Well, no, because he's leading the division. He's got wins.
So again,
Josh Allen.
not about-
once again.
it's not about
nah,
what you-
Danny Dimes
it's
is
about
out
what you
playing
can
Josh
prove.
Allen right now.
Dak Prescott's numbers are clearing
Screw
everyone.
Dak Prescott.
I don't like the man. I'm telling you, if it ended today, Dak Prescott's thrown for
Yeah.
400 yards more than everybody else, 5 more touchdowns,
What's his record?
2-1,
Nah, out.
500.
He is
Not a
kind of
fire
right
vote.
though, because like they are putting up like
They're
40
putting
plus
up-
points a
and he's
game.
doing it without
Just their
CeeDee Lamb.
defense
Dak
is also
Prescott's-
letting up 40 plus points a
And
game.
he's doing it without CeeDee Lamb.
Okay, hold on. Let me rearrange this then. He's my MVP if the season.
I mean,
ended
we're
right now.
used to being wrong, and that's fine. So carry on with the conversation.
So the Colts 6.5.
All
Plus
right.
6.5.
I'm going to ride the high of the New England Patriots. They are +7, and they play the Texans. I don't necessarily think they beat the Texans, but that's a better football team than a lot of people thought heading into the season. So for Week 6, I'll take the Patriots and the points.
But yeah, Patriots going to dog walk the Texans.
Maybe not. They're +7.
We got the Colts.
Texans-
we
the
got
Plus,
Texans have-
not -7, +7.
Texans have 1 win, and they just beat the Ravens.
banged up, and they're banged up.
Going off of my Woo player, I'm going to take the Broncos plus -7 over the Jets, who are useless and haven't won a game because he had the win of his lifetime. So
What's
I
the spread?
expect there to be a run.
Who was it?
Broncos -7.
I hope the Jets just smoke them.
I mean, anything can happen.
I mean, that would be nice.
Right.
Just to shut them all up. But that's bitter stuff. That's
And
like,
Oh, I'm petty.
And not
I'm
only is it
petty as hell.
bitter, you know what happens? Oh, the Jets beat the Broncos, but the Eagles couldn't.
Yeah.
Look at that.
yeah, there we
So-
go. Eagles are giving up 7.5 at MetLife Stadium tomorrow night, which, by the way, I will be in attendance for. Shout out to Philly Sports Trips. I'm going to be hanging out around their tailgate and also tailgate hopping around. Give me a score prediction before we get on out of here on the game.
I'm going last because I got to close the show.
Okay. Something about 25-17, something in that range. They cover. It's okay. It's not the style points, but they get out with a win. Just something feels like it's going to be a win. Oh, yeah, we won, but I don't feel like we're going to feel fully satisfied with the win just based on the context of the game, unfortunately.
They feel so unsatisfied. Andrew.
23-16.
Yeah, I actually like that score.
Yeah.
So, in about 52 minutes, the Philadelphia Phillies are going to take on the Dodgers, and they're wearing baby blue. They got their outfit on that they like, and I know how Bryce loves to look cute. He's got a baby that he left at home, and so go out there and get a win for me in LA. There's no booing. There's not, you know what I mean? You just, oh, wait, there are booing because their fans are against you there. So maybe you can figure out how to win under the pressure of being on the road instead of being home. Go get that win for me, guys, and give me a little hope to have my heart break maybe in another 3 weeks. Go on this run and get a win for me. Because though I like making E-Rock angry when he gets 50% off all his clothes because he's shopping at Kids Gap, I don't want my baseball season to end right now. I don't want it to end right now. So go out there, guys, and get that George W for me tonight. Philadelphia Eagles, you see what you did to fans? This is a fan show. You made someone who's Captain Smiley about the team angry. I didn't do it. I told the guy he's getting a discount on his clothes. I called him a handsome, tall white man. I'm doing positive things today. I'm just trying to help people out. And he's been angry. If you guys happen to not show up and give style points and lose, Lord help us. On a short week, a long week, whatever it is. The New York Giants don't deserve to be on the same field as you. One, because the field is trash and terrible, and people get lost in that abyss every day. I'm dead serious when I say if Saquon's a little bit banged up, I don't need him showing out for his ex-girlfriend. We already got the better end of the deal. Let the young kids eat. Go out there and win this game and be impressive so that E-Rock could be happy and I could be angry next week about something random and stupid. If you like this podcast, if you don't like this podcast, send it to a friend. AllPHLY.com. We are actually on the site. If
We made it.
if you go to allphly.com, you click podcast, you hit the drop down. The cheap seats will be there. Well, you gotta stop talking over me while I'm trying to tell people how to get to the show.
My bad.
It's just we're so excited because it's so news.
Go to allphly.com.
Oh my God.
Hit the drop down on podcast and hit the cheap seats, and you can see E-Rock crying. Actually, definitely send this to everybody you know, because him being upset is all the clips I'm going to do for the rest of the week.
We still need a score from him, by the way.
Oh, a score?
Yeah. You and him.
30-something to teen-something. Eagles win, style points included. We get it. We right the ship, and we get this thing going. Come on, boys. I believe in you.
Now you.
40-3. Go Birds. Woo!
Too much.
We all silly like the mayor.